Hello and welcome back to my colouring quest. This will be part 2 of my colouring book collection, showing you what's in the second cube on my Kallax shelf. First up we have Christopher Hart's The Manga Artist Colouring Book Girls, and I haven't had this for too long and I have only coloured in this front page to test out how my pencils were working on this paper, and I like how it's turned out. Little but cute and effective, and I have used an alcohol marker base just because the images in this book are one-sided. That's what I'll probably do with the rest of the illustrations as I go through. Next is a new favourite of mine, which is the Spooklet Sketchbook by Carla Magana, and I love it. It's so simple, and I took this on holiday with me, and yeah, it's just so much fun. So this first one, the light isn't doing this very good. I use an alcohol marker base in this book and just go on top with my pencils, and I've done a few. I also have a few whips left in that just has the alcohol marker base on to start with, but I plan to keep this one out to finish those off. I have this one, which I love. I love how the skin turned out and the blue hair. I like doing blue hair for some reason. As you can see, another blue-haired girl, and this is my favourite one so far that I've done in this book. And I have this one. This was the first page I coloured in here. I used some gel pens that have kind of faded a bit now. But yeah, I don't use gel pens very often because I can never seem to get the effects that I want with them. But that's more of a me problem than a gel pen problem. And then I have this one. And I also love how she turned out. I love the green hair. This one I coloured whilst on the aeroplane and was surprised at how I did. And then I have this one. I actually wasn't planning to colour her, but as I was putting the alcohol marker base onto this page, I forgot to put the protector sheet behind, didn't I? And so the colours bled through onto this girl, and yeah, I just couldn't leave it like that, so I had to fix it right away. And she actually turned out better than what I thought she was going to. Yeah, the light is not liking this at all. It is night time, so I have to have the light on. Oh, that's another one that's ready to be adding the pencil on top of. And I have this pink girl, which I use pinks in everything that I coloured on her. You can't see the pink in the school, but it is there. Obviously her eyes I didn't, I just used the blue. But yeah, really like how she turned out. I keep these pages simple, and this girl is my second favourite in this book, giving off some holiday vibes. Yeah, I love her, like the colours I chose for her. She turned out well, and that is the last one in there that I have coloured. And for a book that I haven't actually owned for too long, I have coloured quite a lot. So that was Spooklet Sketchbook by Carla Magana. And next I have Fashion Circus, also by Carla Magana. And I only have one page coloured in here, which is this girl. And the gel pen on this one turned out much better than that other page, in my opinion. I love the little accents of gold that I added in this, and I don't know, I just love the shapes in this picture. It's very, well, triangular, like her hair and everything, and then the circles just add to it, I think. Yeah, I really like that one, but I haven't coloured any. Ooh, that's a nice one. I do like that. I do have another Carla Morgana book, but I have yet to colour in it. And next I have Dragonology. Oh, who is this by? As you can, oh, Dr. Ernest Drake's Dragonology, the Colouring Companion. I also own the Colour in Heaven of this, that has the dragons all in it, which is pretty much the same illustrations with a couple of new additions in the Colour in Heaven, but that is in a different cube, so I'll show you that in a following video. And I have coloured this dwarf dragon. I absolutely love how this turned out. Like, I'm just really proud of it. Just colouring pencils on this because I didn't want to ruin the writing on this side. And it did take me quite a long time to colour this, but yes, I'm very happy with the result. And I actually got a box of wine gums and cut the cardboard out, and the box is this shape, and I actually drew around it so I could get a background shape that wasn't just like a circle, and I thought it gave it a little bit of a, like he's standing off of the page. And this little guy, I do like that little guy. So that was Dragonology by Dr. Ernest Drake. Next I have Curiously Cute Manga, a colouring book, and this is illustrations by Dusty and Jolene Yo at Collateral Damage Studios and Harry Thornton. I'm not actually sure which illustrations were by who inside this book, but I have coloured this one. And in the background I have used acrylic paint mixed with some metallic medium to give that shiny effect. And then on the illustration I have used just coloured pencils. And yeah, I love it. I do really love this one. This is really recent because I haven't had this book for very long either. And yeah, it did take me a while to finish though, because I painted the background and then I didn't have a clue what how I was going to colour each of these monster balloons. But I decided just to pick one colour for each and sort of go through my colouring pencils. And yeah, I really like it. And I turned this one into an ice cream. I don't know whether he was supposed to be, but there was this big gap here, so I drew in some shapes to make it look like an ice cream cone. I think it works. And then I added sprinkles. So that was Curiously Cute Manga. Next I have Matchstick Mouse, a summer colouring book. Let me just turn down my light a bit, see if that helps. And I've coloured a few in here, but not as many as I wish I had. So I have this first one, which I tried to colour as a night scene climbing up the mountain. And in this book I am trying to colour each mouse differently because I don't want the same colour mouse throughout. I know some people enjoy that, but I just think a mouse can be any colour, and it's a colouring book and they're cute and adorable. This was the first one I coloured in here, and yeah, I love this one as well. I went for a sort of more pastel tones for the background, but I actually achieved that by using alcohol marker base and then going over the whole thing with a white pencil, but not like an opaque white, more of a transparent white, so I could still see the colour behind it. And then I think I have one more. Yes, this one's a little bit more recent. It's the bath time or shower. I just love that, it's taking a shower in a mug. And I decided that this background was a tree and that this bath was up in a tree somewhere, collecting rainwater so the mouse can have a bath. And I only own this summer colouring book at the moment because I want to colour a few more in here before I get the others, because I know I'll just like colour one in each, but they're so much fun. So that was Matchstick Mouse, a summer colouring book by Morgan O'Brien. Next I have Enchanted Earth, and I'm not going to pronounce that name right, and I always feel awful when I pronounce names wrong. So yes, sorry about that. And I have coloured one page in here, which is this phoenix erupting from the volcano. And I just love the idea of these little scenes within it. I just really enjoyed that. And I used acrylic paint in the background, a dark navy blue, and then I have used alcohol markers as a base and then used pencils for the rest. And yes, I love this book. So much detail in it though. I do like that. Ooh, I didn't realise there was a pumpkin in here. I have to try and remember that. So that was Enchanted Earth. A lot of my books I've only coloured the one page in because I take such a long time to actually colour pages. Now, I actually own all of Kirby Roseanne's books, but you won't be seeing them all because I'm only showing you the ones that I've actually completed pages in. And the majority of mine, I've started a page and still not come round to finishing them. They actually kind of terrify me. I get into them and then I don't want to ruin them because I take such a long time on them that I'm just like, I don't want to ruin this. But I do have them set aside in my tray to colour, and I'm hoping to get at least one finished soon. So the page in Anamorphia that I've coloured, Anamorphia was one of the first colouring books I got, and this was the first page in here. Oh, it was took a long time, and I'm not very good with soft pastels, but that's what's in the background here. And these two owls, I did press a bit too hard on the paper and have crinkled it, which is why the light is showing all those crinkles. But I do love the little doodles, although some pictures they look good with and some pictures I wish they weren't there. But in this one I quite like it. I don't like pages like this, however. Yeah, just not for me. I'm glad they're not in the newer books, but the rest of the illustrations, like the main illustration, that little guy, how cute is that? So yeah, I always want to colour in them, I just have to be braver. So next I have Mythomorphia. So I have completed a page in Mythomorphia, and it is this nameplate page, and I used muted tones for this. I wanted it to look, I don't know what I was going for, but I like the way it turned out, and I used the same colour in every area of the image, and just to give it the same highlight colour, which was this very light creamy colour, and I think it went well. It's like the same colour as the rocks. So yeah, that's the page I've completed in Mythomorphia. Then Phantomorphia. This was, I believe, the first Kirby picture I ever coloured, and I think it was also the first illustration I posted to Instagram. First finished colouring page, and I absolutely love it. Like, wait to set the bar high for the rest of my Kirby pages, which is probably why I'm so bad at taking so long, because I think I can do this, so I must concentrate and do the rest just as well. And on this page, because this book is one-sided, I have used an alcohol marker base for the greys, and then it makes the shading a lot easier. And I love the contrast of the bronze dragon within the, like, the grey metal. Yes, I think that turned out well. I do really like that. So that was Phantomorphia. And then the last one that I've actually completed a page in is Alien Worlds, which is his newest book. And I love this book. It's so detailed, but I love it. And I had to try and go for the most simple page to start with. I know simple in this book doesn't really belong, does it? But I loved how the rocket had turned out. And I have done acrylic paint in the background, and then the rest of it is pencil, which took forever. Did I? Yeah, pencil. I wasn't sure if I put any... Oh, it might have been Inktense. I think I used a base of Inktense for this pink and blue. It's not even that long ago, I should remember this. But yeah, I love this book. I love sort of sci-fi aliens and imagining different planets. I'm not very good at it, but I love it. Like, look at that. You can just imagine the sort of the movies that these illustrations could create. But yeah, that's the only one that I've done inside Alien Worlds by Kirby Rosanes. Now on to R.J. Hampson's Dragon Dreams. Again, this is a fairly new book to me, and I've only tested out my pencils. I got the dragon set of Black Widows for my birthday, and I thought I would test them in the dragon colouring book. And yeah, I like how they turned out. Maybe I should have done the dragons slightly different colours against this gold, but I'd done the gold last and didn't realise it wouldn't really match. But I'm happy with it, and this book does have some great illustrations as well. But again, I've seen his other books and I would love them, but at the same time I feel like I need to colour some more inside this book before I get any more. Else the collection grows too much and you just can't colour in them all. As I've come to find out, filming these videos, I've been sorting out which books I have yet to colour in. And there's a lot more there than what I had originally thought. And I haven't even got through them all yet. It's quite sad. But okay, next is A Million Llamas by Lulu Mayo. Again, I've only coloured one illustration in this book, which is this lunchbox page. I have paint in the background and then coloured pencils on all of the illustrations. I had fun thinking up of weird colours to colour all these llamas and little animals. I had to colour this cat grey because of my brother's cat Bo, and my niece wouldn't have had it any other way. It's like there would have been complaints if I do not colour a cat to look like one of hers. There's like, why didn't you colour that like Bo? Why didn't you colour that like Bear? But yes, I have fun colouring them anyway. And next I have A Million Cute Animals, also by Lulu Mayo, and I have coloured this first page, and I have some gel pen on there. I don't know if you can see it shine on the middle of the flowers. And this one was really fun. I looked at the front cover as it's the same illustration, and that's what made me decide on the yellow background, but I decided on my own colours for the rest of the illustration, for the most part anyway. I don't know if I have somehow used the same, I don't think so. But yes, I like the colours that I've chose, and yeah, I really like how that one turned out. I should colour more in these, but again, I have quite a lot of books. That's just adorable. Next I have Peter Pan, and this is by Fabiana Attanasio. And I have also only coloured one picture in here, even though I've had this one quite a while. I have coloured, if I can find it, oh there she is. Where's she gone? I have coloured this Tinkerbell page, and this has a metallic acrylic paint background. I decided to use only shades of brown on this page to challenge myself, and I absolutely love the way she turned out. I love her little grumpy face. You can't have Tinkerbell without pulling that face at some point, can you? But again, I love most of the illustrations in this book, but there are some pages which I feel like I would find it difficult to colour. I say that and then I can't even find the one that I'm talking about. Nope, can't find it. But I do love these little pages with the little illustrations on that you could like colour one at a time. So that was Peter Pan by Fabiana Attanasio. And then last from this book cube I have the Thomas Kinkade Studios Disney Dreams Collection colouring book. And I have coloured this first page of Mickey and Minnie Mouse. It's Sweetheart Cove, and I did try to mimic most of the colours from the original illustration over here, but when you're using pencils it's really difficult to get the results of which I'm guessing is a painting, but I tried my best. And as you can see up here, I have dated it the 12th of February 2021, so it's quite a while ago, but it doesn't feel like I coloured it that long ago when I think about it. But yes, this book both excites me and terrifies me because now that I've done one and completed it to a certain standard, I want to continue the book in the same way. This is one of my favourites. I like illustrations that depict Peter Pan and Tinkerbell. I've seen some really amazing ones coloured from this book as well. Like what people can do, it just amazes me. So that was the Disney Dreams collection by Thomas Kinkade Studios, and that was the last one I had in that cube. I hope my filming has been okay. I'm still new to this and it will take a while to actually get used to filming and actually get used to talking to a camera. It's strange to me, but I want to be able to share what I'm colouring, so I have to get used to it, won't I? Anyway, thank you for watching and joining me on my colouring quest. Until the next video, which will be part 3 of my colouring book collection, have a good day. Goodbye.